Thursday, February 27th, promises to be another jaw-dropping day in Salem as secrets unravel, relationships shift, and unexpected alliances form. The drama at Salem University Hospital takes center stage once again, and leading the charge in the chaos is none other than Chad DiMera. For those who have been following the tangled web of deception, you'll recall that Kat went to extreme lengths to take over Abigail's life. Yes, she impersonated Chad's supposedly deceased wife and even tried to kill him. It was the kind of betrayal that would send most people running for the hills, or at least straight to the police. But not Chad. Chad, being the ever-so-calm and collected guy that he is, has done the unthinkable. He has forgiven Kat. Why, you ask? Because Chad is playing the long game. He knows exactly what's happening, but for now, he's pretending to be none the wiser. He's keeping his cards close to his chest, maintaining an air of innocence, and keeping his hands clean of responsibility. His decision to work alongside Kat to save the hospital is raising eyebrows all over Salem. But is Chad truly so forgiving, or does he have his own secret plan in the works? Only time will tell, but something tells us that Chad's patience is running out, and when it does, Kat may be in for a rude awakening. Meanwhile, Jada finds herself at a crossroads. She has tried to convince herself and everyone else that she's completely over Rafe. After all, she did sleep with Sean in what seemed like an effort to prove just that. But the truth has a funny way of creeping back up, and even Sean wasn't fully convinced that Jada had moved on. Now, as new revelations come to light, Jada is forced to question everything she thought she knew about Rafe. Was she too quick to assume the worst? Was he truly the one responsible for the terrible things she believed he did? Or was there something far more sinister at play? Stephanie, always one to follow her gut instincts, has been whispering suspicions into Jada's ear. And for the first time, Jada is willing to listen. What if she was wrong? What if Rafe wasn't to blame? The idea both excites and terrifies her. Because if Rafe isn't the culprit, that means there's someone else out there pulling the strings. And that's a truth Jada may not be ready to face. While Jada is busy reevaluating her love life, Stephanie has some secrets of her own that she's been keeping from Alex. The past has a way of catching up with people in Salem, and Stephanie realizes that if she doesn't confess now, someone else might do it for her. The real question is, how much is Alex willing to take? He's already had to put up with so much drama, and Stephanie isn't exactly making things easier. But before she can even get her words out, Arnold is making his next move, and it's one that could change everything. Arnold's delusion of power and Gabi's determination. If anyone in Salem is feeling smug, it's Arnold. He has successfully rid himself of Jada, brushed off Stephanie, and resumed his favorite pastime, locking lips with his favorite stripper. In his mind, life couldn't be better. He has power, control, and nobody to stand in his way. Or so he thinks. But Arnold has underestimated one person, and that person is none other than his own sister, Gabi. Gabi isn't one to let things slide, especially when it comes to family. She sees the changes in her brother, and unlike everyone else who has written off his behavior as simple arrogance or bad decision-making, she has a different theory. What if something is actually wrong with him? What if there's a deeper, more physical issue that needs medical attention? Of course, Arnold doesn't want to hear it. The last thing he wants is for someone to question his state of mind, let alone suggest that he needs help. And that's exactly why, when Gabi confronts him, he does the only thing he knows how to do. He throws her out. He refuses to listen, refuses to consider that she may be right, and refuses to acknowledge that something may actually be wrong. But if there's one thing we know about Gabi, it's that she doesn't give up easily. In fact, she doesn't give up at all. And that means Arnold's problems are far from over. Whether he likes it or not, Gabi is determined to get to the truth. And when she does, the consequences could be devastating. What's next in Salem? As the tension in Salem continues to build, one thing is certain: nothing is as it seems. Chad's alliance with Kat, Jada's unresolved feelings for Rafe, Stephanie's confessions, and Arnold's downward spiral all point to one inevitable conclusion. Things are about to explode. The truth has a way of coming out, and when it does, no one will be safe from the fallout. So grab your popcorn, settle in, and get ready for the next chapter of Days of Our Lives. Because Salem's biggest secrets are just waiting to be revealed. A devastating betrayal, Rafe kicks Gabby out in a shocking turn of events this week on Days of Our Lives. The drama inside the Hernandez household reaches an explosive climax as Gabby finds herself blindsided by an unforgivable betrayal. What started as a tense exchange between siblings quickly spirals into a shocking moment that leaves Gabby reeling and questioning everything she thought she knew about her brother. The kitchen showdown. Gabby's loyalty questioned inside the Hernandez kitchen. Tension hangs thick in the air as Rafe, or rather the man Gabby believes to be her brother, grows increasingly agitated. His behavior has been erratic for days now, but when she confronts him, hoping for answers, she's met with nothing but hostility. Fury flares in his eyes as he sneers at her, throwing cruel accusations. But it's when he hurls an unforgivable insult at her, calling her a slut, that Gabby's rage erupts like a volcano. For a split second, she considers retaliating with force. Her fingers curl around the handle of a frying pan, the weight of it solid in her grasp. She could do it. She could strike him down, demand an explanation, force the truth out of him. But just as quickly as the violent impulse arrives, it vanishes. Instead, she takes a step back, her voice trembling with frustration and disbelief. "I'm trying my best not to pick up a pan and hit you with it." She studies his face, looking for any sign of remorse, but there's nothing there. No regret, no recognition of the man she once knew. Panic begins to set in as her mind races for explanations. Is he sick? Could he be under the influence of some mind-altering drug? Or worse, what if something happened to the real Rafe, and this man standing before her is someone else entirely? Desperately, she pleads with him. "Something is wrong with you. We need to get you to the hospital, get a brain scan, some tests. This isn't normal." But the man who looks like Rafe simply scoffs at her concern, brushing it off like an annoying fly. He has no interest in medical tests, no interest in proving her wrong. He refuses to go, leaving Gabby standing there, bewildered and shaken. A mysterious visitor. Savannah arrives before Gabby can press him further. There's a knock at the door. She turns, half expecting another confrontation, but instead, she comes face to face with Savannah, the last person she ever thought she'd see tonight. Savannah's eyes flick between Gabby and the man who claims to be Rafe, her lips twisting into a smirk. "Wow, so, this is the drama queen of a sister you've been telling me about." Gabby stiffens, the insult hitting its mark. She glares at the woman, sizing her up, but what happens next shakes her to her core. Savannah turns to Rafe with a questioning look. "How are you two even related?" And that's when the truth, or at least a version of it, comes spilling out. "We're not," he says, his voice calm, almost amused. "I was adopted." For a moment, Gabby can't breathe. Her stomach knots, her head spins. What does that even mean? What is he saying? But before she can demand answers, Savannah just shrugs as if the revelation is no big deal. "Whatever you like, Arnold." Gabby's world tilts on its axis. "Arnold? Who the hell is Arnold?" As she watches Savannah take his hand and disappear into the bedroom with him, realization crashes over her like a tidal wave. This isn't Rafe. This has never been Rafe. And she's been living with a stranger. At the hospital, a plan for survival. Meanwhile, across town at the hospital, another crisis is unfolding, but this one may offer a glimmer of hope. Kayla pays Marlena a visit, both women deeply concerned about the ongoing financial struggles facing the hospital. The weight of this situation is heavy on their shoulders, but Marlena has an idea, a solution that could change everything. Kat might have a plan, she tells Kayla, her voice calm but determined. Kayla raises an eyebrow, skeptical. "A fundraiser?" Marlena nods. "A big one. If we do this right, we can get the word out. Stephanie can help with media coverage, and Chad's already agreed to be involved." The mention of Chad surprises Kayla. "Chad? Since when is he working with Kat?" Marlena smiles knowingly. "Since he decided to forgive her." Kayla exhales slowly, processing this unexpected turn. If Chad, of all people, can extend an olive branch, then maybe, just maybe, there's hope after all. Maybe Kat truly does deserve a second chance. And in a town where secrets, betrayals, and mistaken identities lurk around every corner, second chances might be the only thing keeping them all from falling apart.